Hello, my name is Dylan Savage of Worth Law Office, and I practice primarily in the Oklahoma City, Oklahoma area. Today we are going to be talking about scrap metal dealers. So in order to become a scrap metal dealer in the state of Oklahoma, you actually need a license from the Oklahoma Department of Agriculture. You cannot just go and decide one day that you're going to be in the business of scrap metal and just begin without a license. So again, in order to be in the scrap metal business, you need to have a license through the Oklahoma Department of Agriculture. Now, what does the process consist of? You are going to end up having to put in an application with the Oklahoma Department of Agriculture. If you are an individual, you are going to need to provide your name, your actual residence, and other personal information such as that. Now, most individuals are not going to do something like that on an individual basis. They are going to do it as a business, whether it's a corporation, an LLC, or something else of that nature. And so you're going to need to put business information as well as personal information. So the individual that is filling out the application will need to give their full name, where they reside, meaning their residence, as well as their position within the business itself. And then of course you are going to have to give the business information such as the name and the location that the business will be conducting the scrap metal business. And at that location is the only place, in the event that you are granted a license, the place that you put down that you're going to conduct business is the only place that you are going to be able to conduct that scrap metal business. So it's very important that you make a very thorough investigation and decision on where you want to place that location for business being conducted in the application. Otherwise it'll come back and bite you. Now, to continue forward, you are going to need additional information in your application. You are going to have legal proof of general insurance for your business, for the location that you are conducting business. You're going to have legal proof that you either own or rent the location that you are going to be conducting business, proof of a dedicated phone line for your business, and then there's going to be an investigation process into the individuals conducting the business to make sure that you can actually have the license for like criminal activities, what they're looking for. There's going to be fees that are non-refundable. You're looking at like $200, maybe a little bit more. And then in the event that you are granted the license, it lasts for about a year unless you voluntarily give that license up. So it is quite a process. You can either go through the process and find the information in Title II, Section 1198, and you could also look at 1197. Those sections are going to really, kind of deal with the acts associated and the rules associated with scrap metal dealerships. If you found this information to be helpful or you believe it could help someone else, please go to theoklahomacityattorney.com. And if you need any help in getting started in this process or just want the attorney to take over for you and make sure that it is done correctly, again, feel free to contact Worth Law Office. Thank you for watching. Bye.